January 23rd, 2023, and it's time for a reality check. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lizabeth, and I am living in the light by documenting my weight loss journey, and I'm using the Optavia 5-in-1 program. As part of my journey, I am choosing to hold myself accountable and record a reality check each week where I let my viewers know how I did as far as weight loss and inches go, and also some of the things I may be working on personally, some things that I've experienced throughout that week, just to kind of keep it real on the journey and to acknowledge that this journey is a lot more than just losing weight in inches. It is about a mindset change. So this week's loss is pretty interesting. It was pretty shocking to me. But before I share with you how I did, let me invite you to just scroll down a little bit, hit that thumbs up button, just give me some love, let me know that you like this video. And then if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. Just hit that subscribe button. It's not going to send you any emails. It's not signing you up for anything, but it just lets YouTube know that you like this kind of content, and it lets me know that I have people who are supporting me in this journey, because for me, having the support, having the encouragement, having those words of affirmation is a large part of what keeps me going from week to week. So I'm pretty sure your jaw's gonna hit the floor, because mine did. This was a pretty interesting week. If you've been following along, you know that my typical weight loss is about 2.5 pounds. I do that very, very consistently, lose 2.5 pounds. Last week was a pretty slow week. I think it was 1.2 pounds last week, and that was a little shocking for me because I have been so consistent up to this point. But I did look back at each week and what my numbers were each week, and there has been a couple of times where I've had a small weight loss, and it seems like it's about every 8 to 10 weeks that happens. So consistency is key, and I'm not too upset about this, but look how I did this week. Shocking, I know, right? 6.4 pounds. That has not happened since way back at the beginning of my weight loss. So I'm not really sure how it happened, but it did happen. And let me kind of tell you what I think went on. So I can't really explain why I had that big loss, but I will say that I do play a little game with myself. I've explained this before. 99% of people who are on weight loss programs should weigh themselves once a week, or if you're doing Whole30, once a month, right? You just don't want to get on the scale a lot because your weight does fluctuate. It fluctuates morning to night. It fluctuates from day to day. And so what you're looking at is kind of that once a week, that this is how I did from one day to the next day, just 1 week apart instead of daily. However, I play numbers games with myself, and one of the numbers games that I play is looking at that tens digit on the scale, and I want to drop to the next tens digit, not just in the morning, but I want to also drop at night when I typically weigh, 3 pounds more, and never see that previous tens digit again. So that's just a little game that I play with myself, and which is why I weigh myself twice a day. Please don't hear that as me telling you should do that as well, because most people should not. So at some point this week, this past week, I was, weighing myself, and the scale was not changing, and like maybe 1/10 of a pound, which is very unusual for me. So it really wasn't moving Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. Friday night I got on the scale and I weighed less Friday night than I had Friday morning. That is unusual. which was like, oh, okay, so I guess maybe the scale is finally moving. Saturday, I have just lost. It was just a little bit, but then Sunday when I got on the scale, I had lost a couple more pounds, which was very strange. And this morning, just a couple more tenths. So I'm going to take that 6.4 and run with it and know that it's not going to happen very often. It happened this time. It'll just kind of even out that loss of only 1.2 the previous week. I did also want to share with you what my totals have been, because so I've been on Optavia for exactly 7 months. I started June 20th, 2022, and it is now January 23rd, 2023. So in 3 months, let me share with you how I've done. So in the last 7 months, I have lost 88 pounds. You saw that. I have lost 41.5 inches. Let me kind of break that down a little bit. That is 11.5 inches around my waist. It is 3 inches around an upper arm. It is 6.5 inches around an upper thigh. 11.5 inches around my chest. 8.5 inches around my hips. I wish that was more, but okay. And then my BMI has dropped 15.9 points. It's still not close to being in a great spot, but it's a lot better than it was. So watching those numbers drop and change is really exciting. Seeing the overall inches is nice, but knowing kind of where are those inches coming off of. I am about 11 pounds from my next goal of having lost a total of 100 pounds. 12, actually I'm 12 pounds if I'm 88, lost 88. So I'm 12 pounds away from that goal, and really excited because my goal is to get there by the 1st of April. I will probably be there mid-March. So I'm expecting to hit it a little bit sooner, which is very exciting. And I'm glad that I am almost to that weight loss goal. One of the things that I am doing, if you have been friends with me on Facebook or a family member and you've been around for a while, you know that several years ago I did Whole30, and I had a really good Whole30 page. I mean, it wasn't huge. I had about 500 people who were on in that group. But I have decided as of yesterday to swap that over from Whole30 Keto to Optavia. So I changed the name from Color Your Food to Living in the Light. I can only change the name every 28 days, and I should have put Optavia in the title so that it could be found by other people who are on program. So I will be adding Optavia to the end of that title next month. But good news, if you were in Color Your Food, you're in Living in the Light. So if you want to leave the group, that's fine. I will never know. But if you are an Optavian and you want to be in the group and you did not get an invitation, or you're not friends with me on Facebook, look for the group. It has, the cover photo is a picture of the lettuce wraps that I made the other day. So feel free to join that group and get recipes, ask questions. It's a better way to be interactive than on YouTube. So I'm going to continue my YouTube presence, of course, and focus on that Facebook group. I will stay in the other Facebook groups that I'm in, but I probably am not going to be as active in most of them, except for Optavia Newbies that I'm also a moderator on. And cleaned up my closet this last week and got rid of a bunch of clothes. Have to take those to Goodwill, and that's really exciting. So that's what I'm working on, continuing to change my mindset to focus on being a healthier person, and I hope that you will do the same. Leave me some questions in the comments box down below that I can use for my Q&A. And until I see you next time, please live in the light.